Las Vegas Raiders have themselves a plethora. Sorry for the over pronunciation. I don't care. But let's face it, the Raiders have a plethora of offensive talent right now. I mean, just top to bottom, there's so many different things going on. Devontae Adams on one side, Hunter Renfrow, Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs. Good luck to everyone out there trying to guard the Las Vegas Raiders offense this year. I'm really excited about it. But there's one particular position that is being underlooked and underappreciated that needs to take, that really needs to take and needs to be in the spotlight, like needs to be the number one, or not the number one, but it needs to be a big concern, or at least demand a lot more attention than it's currently gotten. And that is who will play number three wide receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders. Like we said, you've got Devontae Adams, you've got Hunter Renfrow, but who on this receiving core is going to play that integral role of wide receiver 3? We've got a couple players that we think, will definitely step up in that role, or at least have the opportunity. And we're going to get right into it and talking about all the different receivers that we think. But first of all, like we said, we touched on it, some of the offensive talent, that they've got. So, on paper, obviously, the Raiders look very talented right now. You look at Darren Waller, Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow. Okay, that looks pretty solid in terms of throwing the football. But who's going to be that wide receiver number 3? There's Demarcus Robinson, who's on the roster, that honestly did some damage with the Chiefs over the last couple of seasons, as a guy that, honestly really showed out. He was a guy that he wasn't the premier guy, but he played a very important number 3 role for the Chiefs. And again, I think he's going to end up having a bigger role than a lot of people think, even if he is number 3 or not. But I think just from a playmaking standpoint, he is something and somebody to keep an eye out for, as well as, we look at a guy like Keelan Cole, coming over from the New York Jets. I think he really showed out in his rookie year, didn't get the respect that he deserves, in my opinion. I felt like he should have gotten the ball a lot more. This last year with the Jets, he caught 28 passes for 449 yards and a touchdown. So, I really feel like he is going to be somebody that you really need to keep an eye on for this number 3 wide receiver role. I think at the end of the day, when you look at the competition, when you look at the talent that is around this particular position, there's no shortage, and I think that's exactly what you want. You want to bring in all these different guys that can have all these different roles, that can do all these different things. And I'm excited about Demarcus Robinson and Keelan Cole, but I'm equally excited about guys like DJ Turner, like Justin Hall and all of them. Like, there is, from top to bottom, there is a ton. Tyrone Johnson, who would he catch like 30 balls last year for the Chargers. So there's a lot of players here that could still find roles with this team and carve out a role as the number 3 wide receiver. And if we go here specifically, we talk about players on top. In my opinion, I feel like a player you really have to keep an eye on, these two guys in DJ Turner and Dylan Stoner. I feel like these two guys, I think Stoner's in the bottom and DJ Turner's on the top. So obviously a guy like DJ Turner transferred to Pitt his senior year, did some damage, and then a guy like Dylan Stoner did some things as well. So overall, this is a very interesting type of offense that's coming. So this is a very interesting type of wide receiver 3 that could be battling out for different spots here. And again, it doesn't just extend to these two. I think Justin Hall could do some great things. Jordan Veazey is a guy that you want to keep an eye out for. So overall, the Raiders are in a spot where they have 5 or 6 guys, legitimately, like 4 or 5, 6 guys that could all push for the wide receiver 3 spot. The point is, who will step up? I think you really need to keep an eye on everybody here. Everybody's going to get an opportunity in preseason. I don't care. Throw it to everybody. Whoever can have the biggest impact in terms of the long ball, because let's face it, I'm going to put it all on the table right now. You have the two best route running wide receivers in the entire NFL in Hunter Renfrow and Devontae Adams. I said it. I absolutely said it. But after that, what do you need? I think you honestly need a guy that's going to stretch the field. I think you need a guy that, Derek Carr is going to take a shot and throw it deep for. And I think a lot of these guys can fill that role. Any of them, really. If one of these guys can show out in preseason and be that guy that can be, go up and get those footballs, also go and stretch the field long. Now, don't get me wrong. Obviously, Devontae Adams and Hunter Renfrow, they're going to get theirs. They're going to get their 10 to 15 targets a game, as they should. But there needs to be serious consideration as to how and who the Raiders will use at that number 3 wide receiver position. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. Give us a like and a follow there. Also remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com. or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about us taking a look at the Las Vegas Raiders battle at the wide receiver 3 position.